2021 has been a devastating and unfortunate year for many people out there this year. I say even though I went through difficulties and struggles this year, it was definitely not as bad as what other beautiful humans out there went through. And I'm honestly grateful to be alive. Here is my 2021 Rewind. Beginning of this year, in January, I was still working at my retail IT job. It was such a stressful job for me, but a lot of technical skills I picked up on and learned. And honestly, I would have to say big props to all the retail workers out there, because it's honestly stressful dealing with customers every single day. It always comes in with problems and problems. It's just a mental game of trying to stay focused and just not lash out whenever it's not necessary. Derp. Especially being understaffed because of COVID. But I was lucky enough to even have a job during these times of uncertainty and chaos. I also went back to university as a post-bac, studying electrical engineering at the University of Houston. I just took my basic engineering classes, and classes were virtual online. And I also took a lot of pictures of our family dog, Tempest, the cutest and most adorable boy ever. I don't know what he's doing here. I think he's yawning and I just caught him in the moment of it. Here he just wanted to sleep and I just kept him up from sleeping because I kept the light on. He was probably like, "Human, please turn the light off." And here's a picture of me. My hair grew out so long. But I do have to say, my hair looks so handsome and luscious. Bruh. I just love it. But sadly, I had to cut it off because it felt uncomfortable every time I took a shower and washed my hair. It just took so long to dry after washing it every single time. Now, ladies, I finally understand you guys. When you wash your hair, like long hair, it's just so difficult and it gets in the way every single time. Then I took more pictures of Tempest. Here he's just basking in the sun. He's just so precious. Then here, Texas was hit with a winter storm.
The city of Houston, the so-called energy capital of the world, brought to its knees.
More than 620,000 waking up without power in Texas this morning.
Oh man, it was bad. We had no electricity, no running water for about a month, I think. But on the bright side, Tempest enjoyed it so much. I also enjoyed it too, in some way. I will say this is the second time I've ever seen snow, like actual snow, in person. Bruh. Because we rarely get any snow down here in Houston. You know, I stayed for 2 weeks and then I went to San Francisco with my twin brother. Took a snap of myself. My sister bought me this Columbia jacket last Christmas and I wore it for the first time on my way to San Francisco. I remember our flight was delayed from Denver to San Francisco due to severe weather conditions. And when we got to San Francisco, it was like 1 a.m. in the morning and the car rental company was closed. What? And so we just slept at the airport. And then when it came around 7 a.m. in the morning, we were able to rent a car. Bruh. So we just explored SF City in the meantime. You know, we bought some breakfast and I got to say it was delicious. SF Chinatown, their Asian food is so authentic. It's like, it's close to the motherland. That's right! Definitely. And throughout my time visiting San Francisco, I was able to visit the Golden Gate Bridge, which I highly recommend. You know, San Francisco weather feels so nice, but I do have to say it gets quite chilly near the bay. Also, it was my first time eating In-N-Out. I honestly think it's overhyped, but their double cheeseburger is so good. But the fries were okay. The fries tasted dry with the cooked onions. And we also visited the Bird, and oh my gosh, it's amazing. Like, their chicken sandwich was so good, sided with their fried onion rings. Oh my gosh. I would definitely go for seconds. And we also cooked homemade meals. Damn! 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 And during this time, I had an awakening on a spiritual level. I started posting a lot of motivational and inspirational expressions I felt I had to put out. February 10th was the first one, and then I just kept posting and posting whenever I can. It was a creative outlet for me. And then when I came back, I helped my mom with her mini homemade garden. We grew carrots, lettuce, onions, and it was like a mini homemade garden my mom made. Then there was a Stop Asian Hate movement.
Mounting anti-Asian sentiment and hate crimes are now being countered by a movement called Stop Asian Hate.
The 84-year-old Thai man shown here died.
People are fed up. They're sick and tired of it.
I posted a video about it, and honestly, I felt all the violence and hate in our world stem from one's mind. This was actually my first video on YouTube. Like actual video. I think I posted like 2 YouTube shorts before this video. If you like, check it out. And then came summer and I started questioning about my life. What I actually wanted to do with my life. You know, I was working at this retail job that I was so stressed about every single day. I wasn't satisfied with where I was in life. And I went into depression. And I made a video about it and you can watch it here. Bruh. And I also had this feeling I would change the world. But I just didn't know how to get started. So I just started doing. I started to care for myself more. Go on more walks and runs with Tempest. Damn! Fuck, boy! Fuck! And it was honestly enjoyable. And I took a break from attending university in the second half of summer, and so I just basically worked in silence for the remainder of 2021. Then in August, I went with my parents to visit my brother again. It was the first time in a long time I saw my mom happy, my celebrity mom.
哎呀 ，Hello， 小王子，我的美男子小王子。
Then we drove down to Irvine to visit my sister. I have vlogs up on my channel if you want to check them out. And then we celebrated my mom's birthday there in Laguna Beach.
Hello, son.
Laguna Beach is honestly so beautiful. Then in September we celebrated my birthday and my twin brother's birthday. What's funny is that we bought 2 one-layered cake and then put one on top of the other to make it 2 layers and then put icing on it ourselves. It came out beautiful. Bruh. And then I quit my retail job at the end of September and then I got employed at an entry-level IT job based in Virginia. I also put out a video about being single at 26. It's one of my vulnerable videos and it's a video that I'm proud of putting out. Then another video about worthiness. You know, this year has definitely taught me a lot about myself. And I think that's what life is about. If you don't work on yourself and you don't understand yourself, you won't survive in this world. You have to invest in yourself because no one else is going to do it for you. Everyone has their own shit going on and has their own investment in themselves. So you gotta do you and you have to focus on yourself. Everything starts from within and then you have to work your way outward to understand the physical world. 2021 was definitely a stepping stone into my authentic self. And I know 2022 will be even bigger. Traveling more, putting out more content, making micro influences that will eventually become impactful differences in the world. And like I said in my previous videos, our world is continuously dying. What? And our world needs more love and kindness. And this is what I ought to do with my content on YouTube and Instagram and TikTok. I will be posting more on TikTok. And so I shall say, you have one life. Live your life with no regrets and make it extraordinary. See you all in 2022. Cheers. Bye-bye.